Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today's video is, I gotta stop saying how I cleared up my skin. So I had really bad skin last year. Yeah, I think it was last year. Last year I had really bad skin. I've always had bad skin. I used to be on Proactive as a teenager and that, and yeah, I've always suffered with acne and pores and everything else. So let's just jump into this video on how I cleared up my skin. Alright, so let's start off with the morning routine. So for the morning routine, if I go to the gym, or anyway, I shower morning and night. So first thing in the morning is I use this Nivea soap exfoliating care. This one here. I get this from Bali because I have never seen it in Australia, or I'm just not looking hard enough in Australia. So I use this twice. So it looks like that. I don't know if you can see it. It's a little bit of oatmeal in it. So it says revitalizing scrub with oatmeal. So I use this morning and night, but for morning I use it as a pre-cleanse, I guess you say. So I wash my skin once with it, rinse it off, wash my skin again with it. Then next up for the morning is I take this Sukin oil balancing cleanser. I try and just use just a gel cleanser or anything really in the morning. It's the nighttime I'm really more concerned about. So just use this in the morning just with my hands. Make sure you focus on your areas that, like your pores and everything, and not just do, because I was prone to just 10 seconds done. No, you need to spend a good more than 10 seconds on your face. You need to, like, as painful as it is, like in the morning when you just want to rush out of the shower or just do your skin really quick, it helps to take the time, I must admit. So I really focus on my pores, my forehead, and around here. I get a lot of blackheads around this area of my face where the highlighter is, so it really sucks. And I'm a prone picker for blackheads, so do not pick your skin, but we all do it, so don't take my advice because I still pick. Alrighty. Then after the shower, I get out and I tone. I just use whatever toner I find. I didn't really like the simple toner, I'll just say that. So lately I've been trying the Biore, however you pronounce it, triple action toner with witch hazel. It leaves my skin feeling so cooling. I think it might be the witch hazel that does that. So that's that. And then for the day, I have oily skin, so I try and get an oil balancing moisturiser. I used to have the Origins, it's a blue bottle one, 24 hour, it was an oil balancing control and it was in a blue sort of packaging. So it was like this, but blue. So at the moment I'm using the simple clear skin oil balancing moisturizer. It's a bit like a gel, this one, even though it says, it just says moisturizer, but I really like this. So I've been using this every day now. So it goes like that. It smells alright. The Origin one smelled really nice, but it was like $40 or for $39, I don't know, but I got it from Becca. So I've been finding this has been okay for my skin. I still am experiencing a bit of oiliness. The best one is that Mecca one, the Origins one, but it is quite expensive for the size of tube you get, even though it lasts you a lifetime. I bought it last year. Oh, when did I buy it? Like February, March, April. I just ran out of it in October, so that $39 did last a lot. But at the moment I've been using this simple one from Priceline. It works just as well. I do find though my oil of my skin is still coming through, unfortunately. But yes, I did, just a side note, I did have the Sukin oil balancing moisturizer. I tried that for a week and I hated it. I just felt like my makeup was sliding off and it wasn't really balancing my oil. So that's just could be my skin, it could be something I'm doing differently, but I just found it didn't work for my skin. It might work for someone else, but it doesn't work for me. Okay, so then I just put my makeup on as normal. I use a primer and da-da-da-da. Alright, so that's the morning routine done. So that's what I use in the morning, and that's so far cleared up my skin, as long as you take the time to do your skin. Next up is when I get home from work or nighttime routine. So I use Garnier Micellar water to take off my makeup, and then I'll go in the shower again. And I do my skincare in the shower. Some people do it out of the shower, in the shower. I found with my years of doing it in the shower, it's fine. My mum does it out of the shower. It's just a preference really, I guess. So I use the Nivea soap again 2 times. I find this really cleans off the skin. Even though micellar water does like strip your skin clean, I still find that I just like to go in with a soap before I use a cleanser. And the reason for that is if I just use a cleanser and no matter how good of a scrub I've done on my face, I go and use my toner and makeup is still coming off. So I just use another soap, just an extra step. And then I use the Origins Cheek and Balances Frothy face wash. This is a miracle. It foams up something, just foams up so well. It smells really nice. So I use this every night. And if I don't use this, I use a cleanser that foams. Even though some cleansers don't foam and they still work, I like the foaming action because I feel like it's doing a lot for my skin. So I just apply a generous amount. It says squeeze small amount on palm. I take about half my index size, so it's still quite a fair bit. And I really focus it everywhere so it's foaming up. And twice a week I'll go in with my Vanity Planet thingy. I use it on the fast setting. But here's a handy tip. If you do, I have oily skin, but sometimes I have really dry skin if I use this too much. So what I do is, it's really rusty because it just sits in my shower. But what I do is after I've done my skin, like the cleanser, and whatever is left on my hand, I wet the brush, make sure it's wet before, and I lather it on my hand so the bristles are a bit sort of ruined. This is like almost 2 years old. And I lather it up just really lightly to get the product on there because I don't disperse more product. And then I spend about a good 10 seconds here, 10 seconds there, 20 seconds here, 10 seconds there, 5. And I'm just literally pressing. I'm not doing this because that really dries your skin out. So I'm just holding it there and moving it around. And this can be time consuming, I must admit, because I finish late sometimes. I'm like, oh, I can't be bothered using this, but it does help. It definitely does help using that. But I used to use it every night and I found my skin was drying out way too much. So I just use that twice a week to do a deep clean. Preferably I do it at the end of the week after a working week and then at the start of a working week, if that makes sense. Next up, I still tone at night, and then I'll go in with this Origins Drink Up Intensive Mask. It's an overnight mask, but I just use it as a moisturiser. This works really well. It smells really nice. I definitely will be buying this again. Origins have they're really good makeup skincare brand. I would highly recommend them to anyone because it just works really well and it's definitely worth the money. So I use this. I use a fair bit, I'd use probably more than the Frothy wash. I'd probably more than a pea-sized amount, I'd just say. I really moisturize my skin, and for someone who's oily, I was very hesitant on using moisturizers. I was like, no, why would I want to put moisture in when my skin is oily? But you need to put moisture back into your skin, otherwise you will produce more oils that your oils are losing, if that makes any sense. And if I'm not making sense, I'm sorry, I'm not a skincare expert, but this just works for me. And once a week I would use a scrub. I don't have a favourite scrub that I was using because I've run out. It was the Lush Ocean Salt. That is the best scrub I found. I even use it on my back because sometimes I get a little bit of back acne. And I just use that a little bit, but I've run out. It is definitely worth the money. It does sting, so I get the preservative-free one, I think. And it's like a big tube and it lasts really well. Also, on the side note of Lush, for the morning, instead of me, last year, instead of me using the gel cleanser, I used to use the Angels on Bare Skin from Lush. That is a godsend. That is amazing. The reason I've stopped using it is because I'm going to start studying and I'm like, I can't afford $17 on a cleanser in the morning, but it really does work. If you ever go to Lush, just get it and try it. If you don't like it, please don't hate me, but I really loved it. What it does, there was lavender in it, and I think the lavender reduces the redness of your skin, and it's just so good. I went through 5 tubes of that last year, so it definitely does work for me. And then the Ocean Salt, I only went through 2 because I get the big tub in the Ocean Salt because it comes in that. Sorry I don't have them here or describe them, but just check on Lush. It's Ocean Salt and then Angels on Bare Skin. I'll leave everything I'll list down below so you know. And then, sorry. A little bit of burpy burp, talking too much. And then at the end of the night, so I'll put my moisturiser on, do things at night, Before I go to sleep, I will put on the Manuka Doctor Facial Oil Normalizing. I find using an oil definitely helps for my breakouts. This is really bizarre, and obviously an oil puts a lot of moisture back in, but it really helps with my breakouts and redness of my breakouts, if that makes sense. I'm like almost halfway through this and I'm like, gonna have to buy like 2 more before I go back to study because this is just amazing. I think it's about $35. I have tried Biore oil. I didn't really like it that much, but this is amazing. I think I wrote it in my monthly favorites like last year and I'm still using, and this is still the same one if that's the one I'm going on about. And then if I notice I have breakouts, I will go in with my Mario Badescu drying lotion. This stuff is amazing. It's very hesitant on $28 for a little bottle, but I'm only about a quarter of the way through. So what you do, it just smells so toxic. Like not toxic, but like, clear up my skin. Toxic, that was not a good seller, wasn't it? But you're not allowed to shake it. So what you do is you get a cotton tip in, and then on the cotton tip, so you make sure the cotton tip goes down to this pink part. So it goes through the water, or the solution, I just call it water. And the cotton tip goes through to touch the pink part, and you bring it up, try not to touch the sides because otherwise it'll get stuck. And then I just dot it on my pimples. And I leave this on overnight and sleep with it on. So a couple of times when Alex and I were first dating, I couldn't really wear it because I'm like, oh my god, he's gonna wake up and I'm gonna have pink dots all on my face or go to bed with pink dots. So my skincare sort of got a bit slack when I started dating Alex because I was a bit afraid of using all that stuff, because when you're single, you're like, oh yeah, whatever, so I go to bed by myself, wake up by myself. But when I was with Alex, I'm like, oh no, he's gonna be like, what the hell has she got on her skin? So now I can't use it in front of him, so no dramas there. But I love this. I wouldn't use it every night because it is a drying lotion, so unless you're balancing it up with an oil or lots of moisturiser, then yes. So I use this just on when I feel pimples. Do not use it on broken skin, otherwise it will sting. And I don't use it on little sweat pimples, I just use it on like big ones, or like blind spot pimples that hurt so much but you try and pick and nothing comes out. No, you don't pick. But yes, so that one. And then the last step is face mask. This can be really daunting. I don't have the one that I used to use, but I've been finding these have been working for me for like the last 3 months, so go figure. As long as you use a face mask, I try and use one twice a week with a Biore pack on my nose. So the face masks I've been using at the moment are the Formula 10.0.6, these ones. So I've got the Keep Your Cool Breakout Calming Mask. This is peppermint and coconut. It says you can use this 3. Okay, I thought this one was, you could use this 1 to 3 times a week, but this one you can. I'm so confused. Anyway, just pause. So I use this one, the Breakout Calming Mask. I use this. It actually dries silver. It smells really nice, and you only leave that on for 5 minutes. So I just put that on. I guess it's just to help the redness of your skin. So it's got, I think I said it's got peppermint and coconut. So I use that one. I haven't really found any dramas with it. I think it works. And the other one is they do sting a bit as well, by the way. So beware. Don't be like, oh my god, I'm having a reaction. Obviously if you have a reaction, you know, but it's normal for it to sting a bit. So the next one is the Pores Be Pure Skin Clarifying Mud Mask. This one I really like. I love mud masks so much because I feel like it's drawing out so much crap from my skin. Crap, so beautiful. So much blackheads in that. I still find I have to do a Biore pack on my nose just for the satisfaction of blackheads. Even my bun is really weird. I only use this one once a week. I usually use this at the end of the week, like I said, after I've done this, but I try not to use these two together. You find a balance with your skincare of what you can and can't do. Because I try not to strip so much oil off in one day. So I use that as well. The other one I use occasionally would be on like a sad day morning. My skincare routine is so weird. It is the Manuka Dr. ApiRefine Illusionist Rapid Lift Mask. I find this is really nice. It doesn't doesn't help breakouts or that, but I just find it's nice and calming on the skin in the sense that it's replaced putting moisture back in there. I don't know if it is, or that could just be me. But I really like this. If you're allergic to bees, I don't know if you can use this. My mum's allergic to bees, but I think if she gets stung, that could probably be a really blonde thing I've just said. Let me just read this to you. I've only read this for the first time. We recommend a patch test before use. Do not use if you have an allergy to bee stings or any of the other listed ingredients. Check the box. So I'm so glad I haven't used this on mum because she's allergic to bees. Oh, that would be bad. So if you're allergic to bees, maybe don't use this. There you go. But that's what I use for my skin. It might be a boring routine for you guys, but I thought I'd share it with you because if I am slack on my skincare routine, this is what brings it back. And obviously hormones play a big difference. Like the week before Shark Week or Aunt Flo, I have really bad breakouts, like around here. And also a handy tip is I used to change my pillowcases twice a week. So the oils on your, you're changing the oils on your pillowcase. Does that make any sense? Anyway, I just changed them twice. I haven't done that for a while now. And another thing is diet sometimes plays a factor. I find if I have lots of fatty food and chocolate, I have the oils from the fat come through on my skin. That is really gross, I know, but yeah, it's true. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it wasn't too boring. I hope you took something away from it. If you didn't, I'm sorry, and you're like, wow, when is that? 16 minutes? When am I going to get that 16 minutes back in my life? I hope it's not 16 minutes. I'll edit it down for you. But yes, this is just a talk through video. If you don't like it, I'm sorry. I just felt like I needed to do this video. So I'll see you in my next video, and I hope you enjoyed it. And keep subscribing. I'm loving this subscriber count going up. And thank you all for your views, comments. I'm coming back slowly to YouTube. But yes, thank you. And I'll see you in my next video. Bye.